Boom, we are live. And Bitcoin, it is happening. It is happening right now. So far, I've had a fairly decent day when it comes to the trading. Up $2,400 right now, down about $100 because I re-entered. And why did I re-enter on Ethereum? Well, the reason why I did is because we've got this ascending triangle breakout. And usually these breakouts tend to go to the upside, and that price target is going to be right around the $2,700 mark. And we had a hanging man, which could be a sign of this going back down and falling back into this area here. I don't believe this may be happening coming to back down into here. I believe that this doji is just a continuation because of what's currently going on in the economy. However, right now, down 120, up 2,400 for the day, which is pretty decent. Those are my targets for Bitcoin. Bitcoin seems to be making higher highs. Now we're creating some support right around the $68,000 range. This is just in a day. And if we continue to break above this, well, we are going to be at the new all-time highs of that 72 or so. That's going to be the next level of resistance because we are creating this as support. But we are getting a little bit of rejection right here. And if I'm looking at the S&P 500, well, we've got a doji candle, which this guy could be a continuation for more highs, or it could be a reversal back down to sometimes the scene of the crime, which would be around that $5,700 range. So if you are trading anything right now, I do have links in the description. And just got hit with something because we just crossed over the hourly mark. And so we are making a new candle. And on the short term, we are looking like we are getting rejected, but we will see if this guy bounces right off of the 2640 range, because if not, I might have to get out of this guy for I would say that that's a decent-ish loss. Closed trade this morning for $2,600 in profit, had to pay some fees, but this now looks like we are getting rejected. We'll see if this wick ends up going down further, because I do see some continuation here. Because if I'm looking at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, the MACD we are crossing, which the last time we crossed was back in August, and that was of 2023, and we had 160% gain, which is just spectacular. Another 160% gain with this cross would be, God almighty, 200,000 in Bitcoin. Do I think that that is possible? Yes, I do think that is possible, as long as this individual wins right here. If this lady wins, well, Bitcoin will still see over 100,000, but it probably will be more lackluster than if this individual, because rate cuts, taxes being cut, and just them with the United States Treasury buying Bitcoin is just going to be good for business. As far as business speaking, you have the ETF inflows, and we have another $500 million day for Bitcoin, which is crazy that while everyone else is scared to purchase, you've got big hedge funds purchasing Bitcoin. And if we look at the returns right now, this week we are up 9%, which is almost breaking last year's 10.5%. And we have a continuation throughout the weeks of October for Bitcoin, usually being a positive green candle, just a good month in general. But we see some resistance here. So if you're somebody that wants to short, this is a good position to short, as long as you have a tight stop loss of around that $70,000 range. If you're trying to go long, still same thing. You'll have like an indefinite area of where this guy could go to new all-time highs, but you should have a tight stop right around that 65 or so, because of the sheer fact that we are getting a possible rejection here. Same thing with Ethereum, and that's what I'm currently trading right now. Okay, this guy, if it closes, well, that is a hammer candle, but we have another 57 minutes before this guy closes, that would be the reversal. But that is the support I am looking at here. That's why I drew that line. And yeah, would I like to get in a little bit better? Yeah, might here. Let's go ahead and let's see here, because I've got some money to play with here. Got like 9 grand left. So we'll just add just a little bit more to the Ethereum trade here, because today seems to be that green day where everyone seems to be buying Bitcoin. We are bouncing, right? We've had some lackluster past couple days where it's just been indecision of where the market wants to go. And this is a flag pattern. Okay. This is a flag. So if I'm looking at this, okay, you've got the long area, then you've got this flag that looks exactly like what I just drew. It looks like a flag. And those things tend to break out, but we want to break out and get above. Truthfully, where I would like to see these guys go is I would like to see this guy go to the $2,800 range, right? That's really where I would like the Ethereum to go to, but we got to break above this. And just looking at the hourly, well, the hourly is creating a small part of support where we're breaking out. We're breaking out of this ascending triangle, and then we're returning to the scene of the crime. So if I draw something just for you guys to see, an ascending triangle looks like this, okay, where price goes up, up, and up. And you usually have to have multiple touches. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before we have that breakout. And usually what happens, it breaks out, then it pumps for a little bit, then it comes back and touches what used to be resistance as support, and then takes off. That's why I have this guy at 2,700, and I just added about $10,000 more to the trade. So now it's a $77,000 trade here. And I don't really care about my liquidation right now, because it's not going to get anywhere close to that, because I have a fairly tight stop because I am going long. And here, let me remove the drawings here and get into another thing. And look at this on the hourly. Why do I want to short right now when this guy looks like it's pumping, right? And again, this is turning into that hammer candle, and I love those. So we might see it go back down and might get close to my stop. I might have to move this just a little bit if I can withstand some of the losses, but I've made some money today. So let's do this, because I got nervous. I chickened out. I chickened out right here. Price got in down here. Price came up here and it started coming down. This big wick, this big guy, this dude. If I zoom in, this candle, okay, this indecision candle with the long wick, long buying power, started coming down. I chickened out. I sold right around here, made about $2,400. But now I see that we are turning into a level of support. So therefore, I feel the need to get back in on a day like this. Okay, so I got back in, and now this is the support we have. And just as I told you, withdrawing that, we are touching it. This guy is turning green. Would like to see this guy go to the $2,700 range. If I can withstand the pressure, that's really where I would like to be. And so that way have some money left over to see what we could do. But, I'm not entirely all in. I'm 12 grand in on the 20 grand that I have made. But again, this guy, if you've watched this channel, we've turned $100 into $1,000. Then we turn that $1,000 into $10,000. And then we turn that $10,000 basically into $20,000 right now. And I do have the links down in the description if you guys want to join in. Dun, dun, dun. Don't. Hey, so this guy says, don't you think after the elections, the market will tank? Dude, maybe in the short term, markets will tank. I truthfully believe that markets will tank immediately if this lady wins. Okay. Because people don't want to have massive taxes on unrealized gains. Would be crazy and ridiculous. But I do think we're going to get a pump, and I do think we are going to get a price in before the election. So we have 18 days, and we probably will see a top around maybe a week to go. So when this guy hits about 7 days, that might be the top for a little bit, where we see here, if I'm just being speculative, okay, so just speculative, because on the weekly here, I've told you that this guy looks like it is breaking out. Okay. And so if we break out, I could see us breaking new all-time highs right around that 74. And I could potentially maybe even see a pump to 80,000. Okay. 80,000 for the election. So that it would be a massive gain, massive gain currently. But then I would see a return to the scene of the crime, right? Return to about 70,000. And that's usually where I think things are going to happen. And thanks again, man, for saying good job, dude. Hey, currently now we are almost up. We have minus $14 for this guy, but this is turning into exactly what I was thinking it was going to be, right? Just like I said, we had the ascending triangle, boom, 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 the breakout, then the rejection and the retest, and retest to the moon, right? That is where I'd like to see. The next area that I see this guy stopping is right around that 2,700. So here, let me get to the 4 hour so that we can see. You can see where that price target came from. Well, it's just because of this. That is when I'm going to take some profits yet again, because we'll probably get a small rejection here. So then I can load back up and go it there. And when that happens, okay, I will probably add quite a bit more. You know, I'll just degen it and go all in with how much do I have left? I could do another 18 ETH, but I'm not going to do that right now. I mean, for giggles, because let's just make this like, okay, let's just do 3 more. Let's just do 3 more. I want to get over 30. Okay. Boom. I don't care about the fee. Let's just get over. So now we're at 32 ETH. That is $85,000, up $12 right now. And let's go. Let's freaking go. So pay attention to tomorrow or so, and we will see, because again, the goal is to turn this amount of money into 100K. And that's what we are doing as far as the trading goes. You guys know my philosophy when it comes to investing. I am a big hodler, right? With almost everything, Tesla stock, Toyota stock, everything. That's what I love to do. Trading is for fun, and also that little bit extra pay the bills type stuff, right? So it's very emotional. So it is centered around greed and fear, right? What kind of a person are you? Are you very greedy? Or are you fearful? Those are the things that you need to control, because learning to trade is honestly fairly easy, but dealing with emotions is difficult. And that's what I'm going to help you guys learn how to do. Till next time, this is Johnny Crypto. Peace out, guys.